what's up? This is Jack Douglas, and for my English project, I have decided to do a documentary on my loving family.
And Houston is getting served right now.
What are you looking at, Dad? Hey.
The world is on high alert today in the wake of events that are believed to be the biggest single act of cyber-terrorism. At 8:45 this morning, at 3 of the world's busiest airports, chaos as air traffic control systems broke down. And starting at 9:20, 3 plane crashes were reported within minutes of each other. Cyber-terrorists are believed to have infiltrated the computer network of dams, causing massive floods in 2 major cities. Early estimates of fatalities could run into many thousands. In a related report, computer networks were sabotaged in key stock markets, causing erratic changes in share prices. This just in, hackers have gained access to the networks of 5 major nuclear power plants around the world. Radiation leak has affected surrounding areas. People are being forced to evacuate their homes.
Dad.
What is this? Oh my. Let's go, Dad. Let's go. Just let go. I said let's go. Use the camera. You lose the camera.
Power outages, stock market crashes, the breakdown of infrastructure. The plot of the latest disaster movie? No, it's the grim possibilities of cyber-terrorism. It's when hackers can wreak havoc on the economy, infrastructure and military with a few short commands from a computer.
Cyberterrorism means different things to different people. To us at Impact, cyberterrorism refers to the use of computer networks to cause harm to countries or people or the economies. For instance, all sectoral barriers. It can be in banking, it can be in healthcare, it can be in aviation. It straddles everything. It can even be in government. You could see that Estonia's infrastructure was completely crippled. People couldn't buy a loaf of bread because micropayment systems, ATM machines went down, and the critical network of the country was also affected. So was basic, the things that we take for granted, or even traffic control systems on the roads. So all this are capable of being affected simply by the fact that they are all connected.
The world was stunned when Estonia suddenly came under cyber attack. Terrorists hacked into the Estonian internet servers in 2007. Banks and the media were disabled. Commodity prices fluctuated within minutes. People paying for petrol, bread and milk found their credit cards didn't work. A major blow to a country for which connectivity is a way of life.
The most important thing for countries, first of all, to protect their infrastructure is to identify, well, first of all, to be aware that these things could hit them. And secondly, to be aware of the vulnerabilities. What are the vulnerable points? And thirdly, to take into account all these vulnerable points and employ best practices as to how you should configure your devices, how you should monitor your networks. There's a whole list of things that needs to be done. And these are not just one-off measures, these are measures that has to be sustained over time. Impact was conceived on the belief that governments have to talk to one another. The idea behind Impact came from the Prime Minister of Malaysia, the Honorable Datuk Sri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Impact is conceived as a platform that will bring all governments together, and by coming together and exchanging information, you have a better view of what's out there. Our advisory board members comprise 9 sterling individuals who are well known in the cybersecurity space. Firstly, there is the chairman and CEO of Symantec Corporation, John Thompson. Symantec Corporation, as you know, is the world's largest security solutions company. And then there's the chairman and founder of Trend Micro, which is perhaps Asia's largest security solutions company, Steve Chang. There's also Eugene Kaspersky, the founder and CEO of the world-famous Kaspersky Lab of Russia. The other advisory board member is Mikko Hipponen, the chief research officer of F-Secure of Finland. F-Secure is the leading security provider for your mobile devices, things like mobile phones and PDA. There's also Professor Howard Schmidt, who used to be, until recently, the cybersecurity advisor to the White House, to the Bush administration. He used to also be the chief security officer of Microsoft and eBay. There's also a world-renowned cryptologist, Professor Fred Piper. And there is also an international civil servant in the form of Dr. Hamadoun Touré, who is the Secretary General, the head of the International Telecommunication Union. The ITU is the UN organ in charge of telecommunications. And as you know, all these electronic networks are actually telecommunications networks. So his participation is very key to us. The eighth member of the board is Mr. Ayman Hariri. Ayman is the chairman of OJ Systems, one of Middle East's largest IT security consulting companies. And the ninth and final member is Dr. Vin Cerf, who is also known as the father of the internet. This distinguished board will be chaired by Malaysian Prime Minister, the Honorable Datuk Sri Abdullah Ahmad Badawi. Our physical facilities in Cyberjaya will be ready by the end of this year. It is a state-of-the-art infrastructure that we're building there. It will comprise training facilities, which includes things like lecture rooms, amphitheaters, and auditorium. More importantly, it will also house our computer labs and our global response center, which includes monitoring facilities. It will also have meeting rooms and offices to accommodate some of the events that we will be organizing. The facilities will be up and running by the end of this year. The more connected you are, the more vulnerable you will be. For a cyber attack to occur, it can occur without having to set foot in any territory. So it is important for you to have at any one time a global snapshot of what's happening around the world.
Impact, the first global partnership against cyberterrorism.